Okay, this is the simplest way for you to have the students write EQAO using their Chromebooks. So the first thing you do is you access the link. Now you will be able to access your link through your principal on the first day of the test. So, but just for now, I'm going to show you how to get to the website to practice. So you're going to go to EQAO.com, click on educators and choose whichever grade. I'm going to choose grade 3 for now. All right, you're going to go to examples of the assessment and scoring materials. You're going to go to the student assessment booklet and scoring guides up here. And then the booklet that you want to get is the accessible PDF. This is the one that works the easiest using Google Read and Write. So click on accessible PDF. It's going to save to the computer. If you get this link from your principal, have your principal email it to you. Yeah, and then we're going to go show in folder. Here it is here. I'm just going to drag it and drop it onto my desktop so I find it easier, so it's easier for me to find later. Okay, so once I have that, I'm just going to go back to my desktop and find that file, which is right here. Accessible. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it EQAO 2017, just so it's easy to find. And see how it's got a little zipper on there? You just want to extract it, which means take it, it's going to unzip it. It gets sent to you as a zipped file, just so it's a little bit smaller and easier to send through email. Okay, there they are there, these three. There's the language you'll see, the math, 2 math ones. So I'm going to rename them. I'm going to call it language 1, math 1, math 2. Okay, so they're on my desktop. I'll make sure they are. I'll just drag them over. Okay, so I got language 1, math 1, and math 2. There they are there. Okay, so for the sake of today, we're just going to have a look at the language. So we're going to go to our Google Drive. Okay, and we're going to upload those files from my desktop. And I think we called it, yeah, these 3. Okay. This is what you'd have your students do. You could even do this for them prior to the exam. It certainly would be easy to do. Okay, when the student goes to open it though, this is what's different. As long as Read and Write is installed, when you click to open it, you're going to have some options here. Remember, the drop downs are always extras. So if you click on Open With, you're going to choose Read and Write for Google Chrome. Okay, this is where it's pretty awesome. Close this down here. So you'll see these things across the top. So we'll go to the top. It will read all the instructions to your students. All you have to do is put the cursor on and hit play.
Released Reading Selections and Assessment Questions, 2016.
Okay. So anything that you want read, you can just click to have read. So if the student needs the story read, I would just start highlighting and push play, and it will just read it to them.
Snow, cried Sam, gazing out the window. Snow lightly coated the sidewalk and dotted the trees and bushes.
So very simple, really. When you want to stop, you just hit stop. And then when you're ready to answer your questions, this is so awesome. So you go down, the students, what's really cool about this is it'll have question 1. It can be read to them. Why is the word snow written differently in paragraph 1? But see how that's a link? If they click on paragraph 1, it will actually take the kids right back to the paragraph, which is so awesome. At this point, they would just put their answers in the answer sheet. So you'll have to give them some training on that, okay? And then this one where it's an open answer question. So see how it says 3 typed lines? That's really important because that's all EQAO will let you do. So when the student is ready to type their answer, see this big T? You just click on T, click on where you want to add it, and you have a few options here. You can type, the student can type it, or they can do speech input. So if you click on speech input, the student can speak what they would like to in here, period. And when they're done, they can just click off the check mark, period. Okay, very, very simple. Let me show you an example, period. They just have to click the microphone off when they're done. And if they want to hear it back,
let me show you an example.
When they're done, they hit check, and there's their answer showing up right in the exam there. Super awesome. This is going to be very helpful for a lot of your students. Okay, and notice that it gives the examples where the paragraph is no more than 5 typed lines. They won't read it beyond the 5 lines, so just be aware of that. So yeah, if you need step-by-step instructions, I'll be sending those out shortly as well. But remember, you want to download the accessible PDF version, and you want to upload it into the student's Google Drive, and then open it with Google Read and Write. Those are your very simple instructions. And of course, you want to be connected to a wireless printer or some kind of printer so you can print the exam off at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me.